Matthias said, how do I incorporate new trends into my existing style? So whenever there are new fashion trends, and there's always a bunch of them around, each season a bunch of new fashion trends come around. Part of it is figuring out which of those are the ones that you are attracted to. So there'll be some things you're just not attracted to, just don't go there. If it's not you, if you find it ugly, if it's not your aesthetic, if it's not something that you enjoy, don't go there. But if it's something you go, oh, that kind of interests me, it's got something about it that makes me think that this is something I want. You know, you might just go, I'm just going to incorporate a whole lot of that. Or it could be, I'm just going to take a small piece and experiment with it. And it's try the small thing first. If it's a very kind of dramatic trend in some way or other, you might just want to, I always say, try in a cheap way. Like sometimes it's find a cheaper version, because if you go, well, it's just really not me, you don't want to, invest a whole lot of money in it. But then if you discover it is you, that's when you can make that investment to go, yeah, I want more of this. This really relates to me and what I really enjoy. So I was thinking about when we're incorporating new trends, it's looking at, and there's so many different trends we can think about. We can think about overall silhouette. When that overall silhouette changes, it's looking at, does this silhouette trend really suit me? Do I want a lot of it or a little bit of it? Because sometimes, a trend will come along where it's like, well, this is the current silhouette. It's like a wider leg pant, which means I need a slimmer top. Maybe that's not my best, outfit, and so therefore I might only want to do it in a milder way, versus it might be when so we've had an oversized trend where big jackets and big oversized tops and things, which was for those people who had waists, not a great trend. It's not particularly flattering. So you might go, that's not the trend I'm really going to incorporate, or only do it in a small way. Or I won't go as oversized as some people might. So I was thinking about how much of it you want, or looking around and going, what are the other trends that are around that are me? Because there's always lots of different things. Every season it might be, might be fringing, there might be metallics in clothing, there might be, a certain silhouette, there might be a certain sort of pattern. There's always a big range. And so it can be, well, which of these are the ones that I want to incorporate into my style? So I'm still with fashion in a way, but I maybe don't want to do all of them all at the same time. So I always think about it, it's like, look at all the different trends and adopt the ones that you feel really comfortable with, the ones that excite you, the ones that you find visually interesting and that fit with your aesthetic. So knowing what it is that you love really helps you go, oh, that's a trend for me. I really enjoy that. I want to incorporate that. And knowing which are the ones you just go, it doesn't float my boat. If I'm not excited about it, I don't want to do it. There's no point in spending and wasting money on clothes that are just going to sit in your wardrobe unworn. Not good for the planet, not good for your wallet. So it's always making those decisions. So there's always lots of trends. So it can be incorporating them in small ways or incorporating them in larger ways if they are really a great expression of who you are. Well, thank you all for your questions, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.